Hello, this is Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur and I'm sitting here with a great moral dilemma, जिसे हिंदी में धर्म संकट भी कहा जाता है. After watching Suryakumar Yadav's 100 in his innings right now, I can't decide whether I should jump up, clap and cheer, or I should get on my knees and bow down. To help me with this, I have Mr. Ajay Jadeja and Bhattacharjya here with me. Messers, please tell us, what should we do?
Bow.
Bow down?
You got to bow down, sir.
Done.
Sir, what you are seeing is something special. I mean, not just one day. I mean, we see a lot of players do this, but once in a blue moon, or वो blue moon भी साल, 2 साल, 3 साल में एक बार. Last 6-8 months we've seen
but this
it twice.
is a blue sky, sir. We are living under a blue sky.
You got to look at the sky, admire. It's one of those.
Because
you just look up and you see the sky.
Yeah.
You see stars, and those are the shots that you get.
That's right.
And when it's full moon, normally you don't see so many stars, but what he showed us today is special.
So what would you do? Because there were a lot of times where we genuinely, if we were young, we would have jumped up and clapped, but we did it gently, like we were sitting at Lord's. But this is just something else.
It's just something else. And, I was just thinking about it, that to have the accuracy, when they say a guy can hit over the offside, okay, proper strokes, and also play the kind of unorthodox strokes he has, that combination is so rare that he can do both with equal felicity and do it so consistently.
Yeah.
Like this ramp shot is a difficult shot to hit.
Sir, लेट के छक्का मार देता लड़का,
exactly.
लेट के कौन छक्का मारता है, sir?
एक बार out हुआ first match में, उसके बाद he hasn't missed a single one.
Yeah.
He gets every one of them in the middle of his bat.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it.
There's a story Virat Kohli once told me where he actually slipped and he still threw the ball while he was lying, and he said, Mark Boucher said, "He कौन है बंदा लेट के कैसे बॉल डाल रहा है?" That was a joke, but here is serious. This guy's lying down and hitting sixes, and then he's standing straight up and hammering them. So again, he's got a moral dilemma as well. Should he get down on his knees, or should he? Because no matter what he does,
but he's made that clear. I mean, his moral dilemma is like Joyda just reminded us. First game, he gets out trying to do that. So he's made it clear, listen, I'm going to do this. I'm going to carry on doing it. And when you're doing it with such consistency, why would you ever stop?
Yeah.
There's no moral dilemma in his mind.
Yeah.
I think the best part about him is what I enjoy is that he's enjoying the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's enjoying the whole period that he's having, not just in the innings, but he's getting to play. He had to wait for long enough.
Yeah.
Even, social media, if you follow him, and you'll see that, he's watching his own innings and admiring it.
Yeah.
That is, just real, because that's what you play this game for. There's a pleasure that you get out of this game, and you see that with him. You don't see the pressure that comes with, becoming the big star. It's actually, he's just enjoying the pleasure of it.
Yeah, I actually want to bring you to another guy who's like this. I mean, for a long, long time, Rohit Sharma wanted to play Test cricket and never got around to doing it. Opportunities didn't happen. Then he was regarded as a white ball player. So when he plays a Test match format of the game, he really seems to enjoy himself.
Yeah.
And if you remember, Suryakumar Yadav in 2011-12 is your India under-23 captain, regarded as the next big thing. Comes to KKR, they win a championship. Then 15, 16, 17 suddenly goes off the boil. Comes back, joins Mumbai.
The same Rohit Sharma you're talking about becomes his biggest champion.
Becomes his biggest champion,
Yeah, biggest champion, promoter, made him open. In fact, this story is, I've said it many times on Cricbuzz Live, how once in a social media video on Surya's birthday, he has said, this year the India cap will be yours, don't worry, it's not far. At a time when everybody was saying, why is he not getting rewarded? Well, he got rewarded, and then he has just been rewarding us, all us fans, with this sublime stroke making. If you guys are wondering what the fuss is all about, I don't even know what to tell you, because there are no words that can describe the kind of form that he's in, the shots that he's playing. Just tell you that this is his 3rd century in 5 months.
Yeah.
Right? He just...
England, New Zealand, and here now.
New Zealand and here.
So virtually every series, World Cup one we missed out where you would have wanted something more that you didn't. But virtually every series, he gets you a big 100 and he gets big scores. It's not even 20s that he gets out. He'll get out, he's a human being. But it's those big scores.
So when he gets them, and the way he gets them, like we were talking about the way he gets them, right? He goes from the word, always say कि घर से set होके आता है, right? ये set होके घर से आता है. The first 10 balls he plays are the same way he plays his last 10 balls. He's just playing at that. And as you're saying, you have to enjoy yourself, you have to optimize your good form, and you've got to back yourself. So just because you got out on that one shot once, your cheeky shot failed you once, doesn't mean you stop. There you go.
Unbelievable.
Right? There's no...
Absolutely unbelievable.
His first 10 balls have got... He scored at 200 in the first 10 balls. Yeah. He played only 10 dot balls. So he got his 100 of 45 balls. Let me just tell everybody, in case you didn't watch the innings, you must go back and watch it. Trust me, the highlights of the innings will be the entire innings.
45 balls, you said.
Yeah.
So the last 6 balls, he was very slow.
Slow down.
Slow down.
I mean, there were 3 dots in the last 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
What is this, Surya?
So,
Naughty. But he has just been... It is sublime. India has got to... I don't even think we told people that. Don't you think we've told people that India has got to 228 for 5. It's just been the Surya show. 112 of those 228 runs have come from his bat in just 51 balls. So he's got you par half the runs in well less than half the balls. Shubman Gill also scored 46 runs. For a long time, he had the best seat in the house, watching Surya go.
Strike rate of less than 130, and he was 34 of 32 balls. So he really accelerated towards the end of that innings.
Yeah, the last 2 balls, I think he had a 4 and a 6, and he sort of got it up. Rahul Tripathi, of course, gave that start. We spoke about it in the Combox. He gave a little vitamin booster shot in the power play. Come busybody, shifty all the time, running around here and there. Gave that start, but Surya was just in another zone today. And for the Sri Lankan bowlers, I've lost count of how many times, Joy, the Sri Lankan players came together after Surya hit a shot. I don't even know. I think they were just coming in saying the bowler...
I think he's done more for Sri Lankan team spirit than anyone else. Because every time he does something, they come together and say, okay, let's discuss this again,
What is that to discuss? But tell me, when a batsman is in form like this, as a bowling unit, what do you discuss?
I mean, there's not much to discuss because, he's doing what he wants to do wherever you're bowling that ball. If there is anything, because these days we look at the game much closer, there's data going around. I cannot understand that when Suryakumar Yadav plays, I mean, this is from the opposition's point of view, no matter who's bowling, what ball you're bowling, even if you ask a kid at home, he'll say he's going to play that shot.
Yeah.
How can you ever have those fielders in the circle?
Yeah.
That is something that I couldn't understand. Even towards the end of that,
they're just hoping. Maybe they're just hoping he miscues, right?
So then,
but stop him from playing that shot is what you're saying.
No, you can't stop him from playing that shot because he's playing that shot not to a certain ball.
Yeah.
He's playing that shot to a ball that he's decided he's going to play, and he plays it so well. So that fielder, no matter where you're bowling, one fielder, even if you have one fielder on your ground, where would you put for Suryakumar Yadav?
Yeah, you put him there, deep fine.
The deep fine has to be at the back, which still hasn't happened. Which will happen eventually, but people follow the game more, and that's what it looked like with Sri Lanka. And if that meeting was happening, I can understand midway meeting happening against a player that you'd never seen before. When you have so much analysis, the data, the coaches, and the meetings that you have with Suryakumar Yadav, yes, you got to put your hand up and say he's playing well. But there is no way that you're not prepared for what he's going to do. Yeah. That surprised me. That team meeting, that team bonding that you saw just tells you that no matter what you do in that dressing room and whatever that meetings happen, it is what is your thought in the ground.
That's
right. All that meeting is a waste of time if you're still going to get together and have team bonding within that ground.
Yeah, they were having a little offside. The Sri Lankans were having a little offside there. But the thing is, agreed, keep on a deep fine. The problem is, I think in this team...
I'm not trying to say that
you
fair enough. Deep fine.
I think what they're saying is that he's Mr. 360. When can we put 9 fielders out on the boundary? Because that's our only hope. Because this guy is... I mean, we call AB de Villiers Mr. 360. You watch innings after innings of Surya and you say, well, it's him now. I mean, the crown firmly rests on his head.
See, but the other thing is that the amount he hits behind, I think even AB doesn't hit that much behind.
Yeah.
That's one. Secondly, his is not as conventional as normal. So if you see, most of those guys, the big shots are really your cow corner, that area. Okay?
Yeah.
That from deep long on to deep mid wicket, that's an area where a lot of batsmen hit when they're in form. He hits surprisingly either here or here. So his axes are slightly different. If you go and look at that chart, it's going
cover
to be...
Cover ke upar se chakke, 2 chakke.
Exactly. Cover marta hai, yahan marta hai. Wahan cow corner, which is a standard thing that the bat comes down like that and goes there.
Sorry, Tikshana go.
Yeah, it doesn't hit that many there.
Yeah. So Even in
Where
his
where
unconventional, he's unconventional.
Yeah, and I think where he's one step ahead, just to add, is that with AB de Villiers we saw, he was one of the finest we've seen, no doubt. His consistency is definitely more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easily.
And I think what he adds with AB probably had a little more power in his game. What he adds is the wrist work, which AB didn't have.
Yeah.
So that angles that you're talking about, those come in because of that wrist, whether it's this way or this way.
Yeah.
So both sides, his wrist work better than AB also. I mean, it's a,
Even when he's sweeping, how he can change
yeah,
right
with
at the
sweep
end.
also you have his, full arm sweep and then he sweeps it, with his wrist. So his wrists are probably, superior than the power that and here we are. There's another example. Everybody, Andre Russell we enjoy him and people who hate it hard. But here's a man who's probably scoring at a better strike rate, more consistent, with no power. I mean, he's strong. But he's not as strong as everybody wants to be these days.
Yeah, he's not
It's
Russell
timing.
strong.
It's timing. He's timing it. He's playing with you. He's not playing with that ball.
Yeah.
He's playing with the bowler's mind. He's playing with the opposition. He's playing with the field. The best strategy against him is to just go out there and randomly, wherever you want to stand, it'll be the same score. or he might start.
Confuse him.
You will have to come up with something. When, because all great players have had great runs and, runs always come to, either they slow down or they get faster so when this happens, it will be the field that will change because I don't think there's a ball that's not been tried against.
Yeah, fair enough.
So now you've got to get him to think. So in our 9 IPL teams, I won't be surprised there'll be a couple of teams who will come up with totally random fields. You'll see first ball, there'll be a deep cover, there'll be deep fine leg, and that'll be right behind the umpire. The deep square leg will be where the fine leg is.
Interesting.
Because there is no other choice.
Yeah.
Just because somebody is dominating doesn't mean that you got to sit back and say, oh yeah, you've got to try what you can.
Correct.
And for a man like this, you will have to try something that gets him thinking. That's all you need to do now.
Yeah, don't let him get in control or take the control away. Go left field, think out of the box. But till then, till somebody does that, there are going to be many more team offsides that are going to be happening in the field when he hits one of those sixes or two of those sixes. Well, just quickly before we go, let's show you what the Sri Lankan bowling effort was. If you're a Sri Lankan fan, I don't think you should look away right now because it was not a good day for anyone. Remember, he's bowled his first 2 overs in the power play for 5 runs.
For 5 runs,
Which means his next 2 have gone for 30, right? And everybody else, obviously, hiding to nothing. Hasaranga went for 9 and over. Yes?
I think they probably get more 50s in their bowling in the versus.
Big statement here. Big statement here.
No, we had a graphic yesterday where we compared Indian 50s versus
31 50s for Sri Lanka, 75 for India in that same period of time.
so bowling, I think
He's naughty. Big brother, very naughty. All right, today, if Sri Lanka has to get to 229, they'll need a few more 50s. They'll probably need something even more than just 50. Can they do it? Can they not? Well, let's first do our power play prediction because that's more important. First innings mein group ki naak kat gayi. We were at 200, went to 228. That was the highest guess. Power play, Sri Lanka is getting home.
51.
51. Very good. Quick guess. Love those.
Oh,
Huh?
that's a tough one.
ऊपर के नीचे?
They're going to go crazy.
ठीक है तो ऊपर तो क्रेजी में
नहीं, but crazy में वो lazy भी हो सकता है ना, 3 आउट हो जाएंगे तो फिर कुछ
क्रेजी में या 30 भी हो सकता है 65 भी हो सकता है
दोनों में से एक दे दो, ये बात पक्की है, एक होगा.
एक होगा तो 30
65 नहीं, अगर मैच you want to have a good
65 ठीक है आप 65 बोल दो
65 will be fun.
ठीक है तो फिर मैं
Rare.
38 बोल देता हूँ
38. अच्छा, he's
तो 2 विकेट गिरनी
42
पड़ेगी
is good.
he's low bowling.
42 डन 42
42
51
मत बोलो, इंडिया के लिए बहुत it's a painful
Stop
number.
it.
42.
Yeah.
वो 1974 सीरीज का
1974 में तो हम पैदा ही नहीं हुए थे सर
अच्छा,
there is no
आप लोग तो 36 याद है आप लोग.
there is I
हमें
had-
36
there is no pre-birth trauma for me it's 36 because I was a youth now right not then अपना
What's
अपना
the
देखिए सब
highest chased ever in a 2020 game in India?
in a T20 game in India
T20.
क्या पेचीदा बताओ भाई हैं? जल्दी करो कर रहा है बंदा एक
मुझे
पहले पूछ लिया करो ना बंदे को 1 सेकंड मिल जाता है करने के लिए
नहीं, मैं-
लाइव ऑन एयर पूछ लेते हो
नहीं,
सवाल
मैं देख रहा हूँ कि चेज हो सकता है कि नहीं.
होने को तो
नहीं.
जैसा कि आप कहते हो होने को तो कुछ भी हो सकता
नहीं, हो सकता है तो होता है ना कि क्या कंडीशंस गुड
Yeah.
ओस आ जाएगी
है 209 आ गया आंसर
हाईएस्ट,
इज द हाईएस्ट चीज
तो सोचो फिर ये कितना मुश्किल है.
20 बोल नहीं हाँ बोलो या ना बोलो
17.
1 सेकंड का टाइम नहीं है डिनर आ गया है
17 more.
पोलिंग शुरू हो गई है नाक कटवा दी
क्या हुआ पहले ओवर में?
सर वो 211 कह रहे हैं इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ती जा रही है अगर 10 मिनट और बैठे शो पे वो 300 भी बनवा देगा. 208 का टारगेट चेज हुआ है, 207 का टारगेट चेज हुआ है, तो बेसिकली 210 के आसपास का चेज हो सकता है. ये 228 है.
Ooh, inflation.
It's a bit much. As they say in England, it's a bit much. It's a bit much, I feel. All right, our show has also been a bit much because the first over is being bowled. So we're going to get out of here, but we'll come back at the end of the 10th over with Cricbuzz Combox. For this Cricbuzz Live, I'm sure you have a moral dilemma after watching this show. Do you want to get on your knees and bow to us? Do you want to stand up and clap? I suggest you do both. We'll see you in a bit.